when one of the opening scenes is your overachieving sister telling you she just gone to college, while simultaneously offering you hard illicit substances, you know what you're getting into.
Why didn't you say goodbye to Mom and Dad before they left for their trip? You know they were pissed, right? Whatever, we got the place to ourselves now. Oh my god, don't give me that look, narc. What, are you mad that I'm throwing this party tonight? It's fine. Mom and Dad are gone for a whole fucking week. We can do whatever we want. Here, come on, try some. You know it's good for your depression, right? So, I guess...
The story starts off with an alien invasion involving a double cross, leaving one of the invaders face down in the dirt. And on inspection, you pry an alien talking pistol off his dead corpse. After the talking pistol reveals to you that
turn your whole species into drugs.
your house is teleported to an alien planet full of strange and awkward creatures.
What do you want?
You're not the famous bounty hunter Gene Zaruthian, are you?
Who's asking?
You're really Gene.
Yeah, I'm really Gene. That's me, like on the ads. Disappointed? Guess how I feel.
Okay, well...
Your talking gun Kenny introduces you to Gene, a washed up, legless bounty hunter, and you make a deal to become his apprentice. The only condition is that if you die, he'll get the D to your house. From there, you use a teleporter Gene set up in the living room to planet hop, helping the inhabitants wipe out the G3 cartel's minions and finally taking on their head officers. The environment has beautifully designed sci-fi planets and a high contrast oversaturated color palette, accompanied by trippy retro synths that fill the game with colorful and rich sounds. But with motion blur as the default setting and no field of view option, the game has a sort of sickly feeling to it when in motion. Each Gatling has their own unique firing system, an ability to help you shred through all the alien scum that have invaded the planet. There are 6 in total, and abilities range from firing a disc that bounces off enemies, slowing down time, mind control, as well as upgrades that alter how these abilities function. These abilities were not only useful in combat, but also had utility when roaming. For example, the glob shot could be used to swing walls around and propel yourself off launch pads, and the minions could crawl through pipes and deactivate walled barriers. Unfortunately, the upgrade system is sorely lacking, and some upgrades you can't even see properly in the menu once you bought them. It's a really simple system that needs room for improvement. So I was playing on Veteran, and it did take a while before I had enough money for upgrades to even make a difference. But the pace at which you get new abilities was steady enough to hold my attention. In terms of difficulty, I mostly died from falling off platforms, but there's no penalty for death in this game. The only really frustrating part was some of the bosses. These were the most interesting fights in the game, but one in particular had me pulling my hair out with frustration.
True form!
The Scrandle Brother boss fight is just plain unfair. The insane spike in difficulty almost felt like I was playing a Souls game, or a Remnant from the Ashes DLC all over again. Except there was no snap aim, no aim assists, the most minimal to no health regen, and no map. Now, I don't mind bosses in games being difficult, it's just that in this game, the character movement and the abilities are just janky compared to how dynamic the bosses are. At times, trying to throw a grappling hook with knifey to avoid 3 enemies absolutely spamming a small arena with green goo, or simply trying to avoid a projectile felt just as awkward as some of the jokes in this game. Speaking of humour, they talk. A lot. Like a whole lot. Annoyingly a lot.
How you want to handle this? Tough guys like the hands off, pal. Tough guy.
Don't touch it.
Don't embarrass me.
You think just walk up into a Mac and Cheese Brothers construction site like it's some sort of Jesus Christ.
Hey, who gives a shit? I got places to be. Hey, traffic.
Like you own the place. There's a goddamn bottomless pit over here, asshole. You think you can survive that? Falling through a bottomless pit down to the bottom? I don't think so. We got work to do. Okay, get the out of here. You just killed my brother, Joey Mac and Cheese brother.
Look at you, you're the alpha now. If any of those guys were still alive, they'd be telling you how much they respect you.
The game is constantly breaking the fourth wall and talking to the gamer about the game. At the start I found the humour quite entertaining, but midway through I started thinking to myself,
they were so damn annoying.
It just keeps getting weirder and stranger and more gross, and on top of that, the characters in this game, well, they just keep talking.
I'll kill you first.
About to do a really crazy trick.
What? We can't hear you.
I'm about to bang your mind. Show me what's in your pocket.
What are you doing?
I will guess what's in your pocket.
Get the fuck away from me. What
Okay,
are you...
I have a deck of cards.
Get the fuck...
And one of the cards is marked with a signature.
You're like grabbing at me.
My arms just kind of do whatever they want to do.
Please go away.
I'm Darren Mindbanger.
There was some backtracking involved. Some areas needed specific abilities to access. And when returning to planets as part of the main story, or just grinding for loot chests, it was easy to remember which areas were blocked off. At one point, I even unlocked a movie theater. Yes, you can straight up watch movies in this game. There are plenty of mini games along the way to keep you interested, and overall the game never takes itself too seriously. I liked Rick and Morty, but actually playing through a universe with these kind of creatures and this style of humour was just weird. This is not the game for everyone. Throughout my playthrough, I was just wishing that the devs could take this concept and make a serious project with all the talent and passion they put into this game, but that's just my opinion.
Don't beat your wife.
It's not a bad game, and it's definitely entertaining, but the game just gave me weird vibes from start to finish. If you're a Rick and Morty fan and love crude jokes, dark humour, and satire, then this is the game for you. If you're not sure, then you can get it on Game Pass for pretty much free, or you can just wait for a sale. Anyway, that's enough talking from me, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Hey, listen, when is
Mighty
the
Operation
prince ever let
12C.
anyone down? You know
This
what
is
I mean?
Clubus again. According to all the hot monitors we forcibly implanted in all you moplets, you're working at 8% less efficiency today than you were yesterday. F you. Don't do that. Work harder. We got a lot of Fergles to mine, and if you want to keep up with the next week's shipment, and yeah, we probably have an easier time hitting quota if I didn't smoke so many of the Fergles, but f you, I'm the boss.